Wednesday, March 20. The seven heads of the beast. Question. Read Revelation chapter 17, verses 9 through to 11, along with Revelation 13, verse 18. The requirement for understanding the seven heads is a mind of wisdom. What kind of wisdom is in view here? How does one obtain this divinely imparted wisdom? Also look at James 1, verse 5. First of all, Revelation 17, beginning at verse 9. Here is the mind which has wisdom. The seven heads are seven mountains on which the woman sits. There are also seven kings. 5 have fallen, one is, and the other has not yet come. And when he comes, he must continue a short time. The beast that was and is not is himself also the eighth, and is of the seven, and is going to perdition. And Revelation 13, verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666. And James 1, verse 5, if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. The angel explains that the seven heads are seven mountains. Some translators think that these mountains allude to the seven hills upon which the city of Rome is situated, and for this reason they translate the Greek word oroi, O-R-O-I, mountains, as hills. There are seven kings, too, who are symbolized by the seven mountains. Also, these mountains are successive, not simultaneous. These mountains do not symbolize individual kings, because Revelation does not deal with individual persons, but with systems. In the Bible, mountains often symbolized world powers or empires, as we read in Jeremiah 51 and verse 25, Behold, I am against you, O destroying mountain, who destroys all the earth, says the Lord, and I will stretch out my hand against you, roll you down from the rocks, and make you a burnt mountain. And Ezekiel 35, verses 2 and 3, Son of man, set your face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say to it, Thus says the Lord God, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against you. I will stretch out my hand against you, and make you most desolate. In biblical prophecy, kings represent kingdoms, as we read in Daniel 2, 37 to 39, and Daniel 7, verse 17. Daniel 2, 37 to 39 reads, You, O king, are a king of kings, for the God of heaven has given you a kingdom, power, strength, and glory, and wherever the children of men dwell, or the beasts of the field and the birds of the heavens, he has given them into your hand, and has made you ruler over them all. You are this head of gold, but after you shall arise another kingdom inferior to yours, then another, a third kingdom of bronze, which shall rule over all the earth. And Daniel 7 and verse 17. Those great beasts which are four kings, which arise out of the earth. Thus, the seven mountains symbolize seven great successive empires that dominated the world throughout history, through which Satan opposed God and harmed God's people. From John's time perspective, 5 of these empires have fallen. One is, and the other one not yet come. While no single view has been agreed upon by all Adventist interpreters, many hold that the 5 that have fallen are the great kingdoms of Egypt, Assyria, Babylon, Medo-Persia, and Greece. The one is kingdom was the Roman Empire of John's time. The 7th kingdom that has not yet come is the sea beast of Revelation 13, the papacy, which dominated and harmed God's people, that was to come after the time of John and after the fall of the pagan Roman Empire. History has powerfully attested to the truth of this prophecy, written many centuries before the events unfolded. John is further told that the scarlet beast is an 8th world power, although it is one of the 7 heads world powers. Which of the 7? Because these heads are sequential in time, the 8th must be the 7th head that received the deadly wound. It is at the time of this 8th world power that the scarlet beast appears, carrying and advancing the goals of the harlot Babylon. Today we live at the time of the healing of the deadly wound. This 8th world power will appear on the scene right before the end and will go to perdition. You have been listening to a reading of the Adult Sabbath School Bible Study Guide by Dr. Percy Harold from Queensland, Australia. This service is brought to you by Hope Channel, the Sabbath School Department and Christian Services for the Blind. Remember, God is always faithful.